Good morning, Dan Nitro Clark here, and welcome to Calm the Beast. Today is Valentine's Day, so you can see I'm wearing this nifty red shirt here in celebration of Valentine's Day. But I have to be honest, Valentine's Day is one of the days that gives me the most anxiety. And I hate that about myself, and I want to try to fix it. So the reason I get anxiety on Valentine's Day is because I'm always concerned about the gift I give. Is it a big enough gift? Did I spend enough? Did I put enough personal thought into it? Will she actually like it or use it? And I go down this wormhole of, negative thoughts. And, maybe that's because I feel like I'm not enough. So this year I want to try something different. I've made my mind up to try to change this idea of Valentine's Day and what it means. This year, instead of worrying so much about the gift and if I'm going to the right restaurant and if I spend enough time, I'm going to do all those things. But what I'm going to do different today, and this is going to be an experiment, and I challenge you to do the same thing if you're in a relationship and you're going out with somebody or doing something for Valentine's Day. This year, I'm choosing as the gift to be present. Because I think in today's society that is with so many distractions coming at us, right? We got the cell phone, we've got work, we've got email, you got kids they're running on. We got so many distractions coming at us that the biggest gift that we can give is being fully present in that moment. Because what you want and what I want is connection. I want to feel connected to that person that I'm with. I want to feel like there's a bond between us, right? And the biggest way to do that, I think, in today's modern, busy world is to put the cell phone down, to put the emails away, to shut the computer, no matter where you're at, and be fully present in the moment for that person. I've sometimes, I've forgotten how to do this. I'm out, I'm there, but I'm really thinking about, is there an email I have to return? Is there a Facebook post I need to respond to? Is there, the basketball game's on right over her shoulder. And I'm not there. And that robs her and robs your partner of the perfect gift of your presence. So this Valentine's Day, I want you to go out and I want you to be fully present. Just be fully there and fully listening and give your partner your full attention in the moment. And I think will be the biggest gift we can give today, in the modern world, right? Now, if you're alone on Valentine's Day, this culture, right? It makes you feel like a loser. It makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. It makes you feel like you're broken. And it's the biggest crock of shit to me that we've been told that we have to have a partner to be whole. And I blame it a lot on Jerry Maguire. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Jerry Maguire, right? Where it's Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger, right? Where they're distraught, they're broken up, and he comes charging in the house in front of a bunch of women with a ring. And he says that one line, and that one line is, "You complete me," right? And that whole idea, that we're not whole without somebody else, if you believe that idea, you might as well just buy a ticket on the Titanic right now because you're going down. The second that you think you need somebody outside of yourself to make you feel whole, to make you feel loved, to make you feel worthy, the second you start believing it's outside of you, that you don't have all of that inside of you, that's the second that you've lost. That's the second where that loneliness and that emptiness comes in, because you're putting the power of what you feel inside, of the love you feel inside, outside of yourself. And on top of that, it's not fair in a relationship. If you're looking for that person to make you feel loved and that person to make you feel happy, that burden isn't fair to them, and it's not fair to the relationship. And that's one of the things when I talk to people, I always share with them. because when I was young, I did that too. Oh, I'm looking for her to make me happy. I'm looking for her to feel loved. Um, and I think it's especially, I don't mean to be stereotypical here, but I think it's especially harder for women because when you get to a certain age, 40 or above, let's say, if you're a single woman, I think we think society looks at a lot of times negatively and 100% incorrectly looks at these women and they say, oh, piece of work, a lot of issues. Why is she single? Right. On the other hand, unfairly, if it's a dude, if it's a guy, you look at that guy and you say, oh, lucky bastard. How did he stay single so long? And even the perception of him, like, oh, he's somebody I want to tame. So I think we got that wrong, and it's stuck with us. And I understand, way back, in farming days where the man had to go out and, sow the crops and the women were in the house taking care of the family, or even back further when we were tribal people, the men went out and hunted and the women did the things around the house. But that is so far behind us, right? Because I know so many women out there who are just kicking ass, who are the breadwinners, who are in charge, who are fully empowered and living an amazing life where they are in control, where they don't need anybody. I look at my ex-girlfriend, production company, 20 years in Hollywood. She's crushing it. I look at my current girlfriend, lawyer, mediator, mom, good friend. She's crushing it. I look at Karen, screenwriter friend, Legally Blonde, The Ugly Truth. She's crushing it. And there's all these women, Francesca, my other friend, she's crushing it. She's a senior vice president at a huge company. Chrissy and Laura up in Northern California, both fiercely independent, strong women who are crushing it. So that old thought and idea is blown out the window. So if you're alone on Valentine's Day, man, I almost think you're lucky, right? You don't have that pressure. But if you're alone and you feel a little empty, which I understand because I've been alone on Valentine's Day, here's something that I do. There's one exercise that I do. I believe everything starts with loving yourself first. I know it sounds a little cliche, right? It's in every self-help book. Love yourself first and things have a way of working out. But I believe that wholeheartedly. And if there's something I want to feel in my life, I don't look outside of myself to feel it. I always turn it inward. I turn it back on myself, right? So if I want to feel love in my life, I give love. I know it's a crazy radical idea when you want to feel something is to actually give it first. But when I feel empty, I give love. A lot of times it will be to a relative or a friend or somebody like that, right? I'll call one of my sisters. I'll call my brother. I'll call one of my nieces and nephews. I'll call my son and I'll just give love. Because when you give love, you feel love. That's the feeling you have in your heart. Another exercise I do is I start to meditate. I take, 2 to 3 minutes of, that nice slow breathing. I sit cross-legged and I get down, away from the noise in my head, and I get to that quietness that's beneath the storm and the hurricane of anxious thoughts. And when I breathe and I get down there, what I do is I sit cross-legged and I imagine the person that I love in my life. And if it's not a partner, I imagine, again, one of those people, sister, brother, friend, dog. I imagine them sitting across from me, and I fill my heart with all the love I feel for that person or that animal until the love just oozes out of every pore in my body. And then I know you felt this, right? When you feel that love, oh my God, and you can create that love inside of yourself. It's magical, it's bliss, right? It's divine. So when I feel that divine love, I get myself to think of that person or that pet, and I feel that divine love in myself. And then I imagine them sitting across from me and just receiving that love. And when I do that, I feel completely full, I could feel completely whole, and I feel loved. So I want you to try both of these exercises. If you're out with your mate, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, what I want you to do, even if you're home having dinner, what I want you to do, I want you to give them the gift of being 100% present. I want you to give them the gift of being connected, because I think in this busy, busy world, that's what we're all craving. And if you're alone, man, hallelujah. Maybe you're just too wonderful for somebody right now. And if you're alone, but if you're feeling empty and you want love inside, what I want you to do is that exercise I've done, hundreds of times. I want you to breathe deep, relax, get to that calm place inside of yourself. And I want you to fill your heart with love over a person or an animal or a pet. And I want you to extend that love to them. All right, try this on these Valentine's Day, and let's fight the anxiety on this Valentine's Day. Let's make it the best one ever. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. And I hope this helps you calm the beast if you have one today. All right, Dan Nitro Clark out.